Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Steven, and I'm back with a review on Mango Languages Spanish program Text Talk. You know, as you know, Mango Languages has a variety of different programs, and especially for Spanish, and they have a program specifically dedicated to learning about text talk in the Spanish language. And text talks, is pretty much just, again, like the type of words and phrases that you use when you're texting, but also when you're online and posting comments online as well. It comes up too. So I want to give a review and give my thoughts and opinions about, you know, Mango Languages Spanish text talk program. All right. So this specific program is geared more towards Latin American Spanish, um, and you know, I don't, for me personally, it's about 3 lessons in total. Really, two. The third lesson is extremely short and not much of a lesson, but the length of the program is not really long. You could probably do this probably depending on your level of Spanish, about maybe an hour at the most. Honestly, especially if you really do know Spanish really well, then you can skip over some things because sometimes they kind of go over some things that is like, well, like hola, like, well, I'm a little past hola, so I can skip hola, right? But I actually learned some pretty cool things while going through this program. And I'll speak on a couple of things that I picked up and learned. For example, I learned this through the kind of like the grammar notes and cultural notes that Mango Languages puts in their programs. And they refer to their grammar notes as like stealth grammar, which I think is pretty cool. Although I would like to see Mango kind of dedicate some programs to like specifically like grammar drills. I think that would be cool too. But stealth grammar is cool as well. But one of the things I learned is that the letter K represents the word K, as in ¿Qué hora es? Right? And sometimes you'll also see the letter Q representing the letter Q representing K, as in ¿Qué hora es? Right? And I learned that, it switches back and forth sometimes. A lot of times people use the letter K though. And I learned that they use the letter K oftentimes because it's used by Spanish speakers in the United States because of the influence of English. Since the letter K, when it's spoken in English, sounds like the word K, as in ¿Qué hora es? Which means what, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense because a lot of times when I was, you know, online going through comments, I often would see the letter K in some words. I'm like, oh, that's strange because the thing is, like in Spanish, the letter K, like in, quote unquote standard Spanish, the letter K is not used a lot. Very few words in Spanish begin with the letter K. And I believe that the majority of them, if not all of them, are loan words from like other languages. So I was like, oh, that's a bit strange. Like, where did the letter K pop up? I guess they're just trying to be cool and different. Okay, but Mango Languages, kind of demystified it and explained things. And I thought that was pretty interesting and pretty cool. Like, oh, I didn't really think about that. Another word or phrase that's text talk is aki, spelled A-K-I, instead of the standard way, which is A-K-I. Q-U-I. So it's like key, right? And I'm like, okay, all right. So you notice that the QUI is often being substituted for K a lot of the times, right? You know, the letter K sound is often represented by the letter K in text speech. However, the letter combination that produces this sound in Spanish is QU, sometimes QUI as well. So, you know, it's just something to keep in mind, right? So it's a good thing to be able to differentiate between text talk and standard talk, you know, which depending on your level of Spanish, I'm pretty sure you could do. But if you are a beginner, then I probably would suggest that you get a little more experience under your belt before you start incorporating the slang, in my personal opinion. But you know, different strokes for different folks. So yeah. Another cool thing that I learned is the letter X, right? The symbol X. Some people say the letter X. Both. The letter X, if you see it in Spanish, in text talk, it stands for por. The letter por, as in, you know, por qué, por favor, right? And the reason that this is because in Spanish, the letter X is used for multiplication. So if you were to speak, say, 2 times 2, it would be dos por dos. Literally 2 by 2. So in text talk, por is represented by an X because of this, right? And phrases that begin with por also use the symbol. For example, if you see X, the letter X and the letter K, it stands for por qué, right? X is por, and the letter K, right, is similar to the word que in Spanish, as in ¿qué hora es? And, I learned a lot more. I'll just go over maybe one more thing that I think is probably the most relevant thing to know. If you see the letter N, or the letters N, T, C in Spanish, right? In Spanish text talk, it translates to English as JK, which is just kidding. All right, so if you see NTC, it's pretty much just saying just kidding. Literally, it means don't believe you, or, don't believe it. More like don't believe you. But it's used to mean not really or just kidding, okay? So, there you have it. If you have some time, if you have some experience under your belt, you want to learn something new quick about Spanish that isn't really too time consuming, that'll take about, about an hour at the most of your time, why not give this a try, right? I think it was pretty cool. Like, for me personally, I thought it was a pretty cool program, and I learned some things from the program that I didn't know before, So it's always good to learn. And for me, like, I really enjoy learning about the Spanish language. It was one of my fields of studies in college. And also, throughout my, high school experience, my high school days, I took Spanish. And as well throughout college, I took Spanish too. And, after college, I continued just to keep up with it. So, like, it's good, like, if you really are into Spanish and just want to learn something new quick, that's something that you don't have to invest too much time into, just 30 minutes to an hour, why not try this, But there you have it. Thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to comment. Thank you very much. Adios and goodbye for now.